Hello, anime fans. I'm Katie Cullen with FANVERSATION. I'm at Anime Expo, and here's who I talked with today. I'm here with Marianne Miller. How are you doing today?
I'm awake. We're at Anime Expo 20. What year is it? 2019. I was telling my husband, like, when I sat down on the first day, I was like, I feel like I've awoken from a year-long dream and I'm in the same place, you know?
Because was this the exact same booth you had last year, like same space and everything?
I think we might have been a little bit further in, but it's we're always like in this same row, you know what I mean, in the main thoroughfare, as it were. But yes, it's like deja vu.
By the time day 3 rolls around, it's just like, what day is it?
Yeah.
Where am I?
There is a fog that falls among all attendees of Anime Expo that only attendees of Anime Expo can understand.
I'd say the 4-day attendees do that. The people who are only here for day 3, for Saturday, are the ones that are just burning rubber. Gotta see everything, gotta do everything, gotta do the whole dealer's hall, which is 35 rows?
I don't even know. God, I was trying to visit a friend of mine who has a booth in like the 4600 aisle, and that was like a 10-minute walk. But here I am in mine, safely tucked away.
It was only 10 minutes?
Right? Well, you know, the shuffling was much faster than normal.
This is true. As long as you can navigate the traffic jams, it's a little like California traffic.
Yes.
We really bring that California experience to the out-of-towners. We've had earthquakes and traffic at the convention.
It's true. There is no more authentic convention experience for the state of California than Anime Expo.
We have fun.
Indeed.
So, tell me about your biggest project. Tell me what you're super proud of right now.
Well, last year I was in a show called FLCL Alternative, and I'm really into that one because, obviously FLCL was released about 10 years ago, and like that was when I was really just starting to get into my formative anime phase and understanding what anime was. And at the time I did not really understand or enjoy it because I was too young, I think. But as an adult, like being in the show and then watching the show, like in my season, it's very much about, first season's all about puberty and what the changes your body goes through. And in my season, it's all about becoming an adult and letting go of your high school friends and like understanding that your friends' dreams are not your dreams and you need to establish your own identity. And that was a very powerful thing, I think. So I really appreciate that. And then the second season, that's the craziest part of this whole thing is that FLCL was released 10 years ago, 15 years ago, however long. And it was so popular in America, but not, like, it was nowhere near as popular in Japan. Like, the director had no idea it was a cult classic over here. Whereas, and I think it's just because of the extremity of the storytelling, and Americans are much more into that sort of, like, cartoony sort of thing than Japanese are. So I think we just appreciate a lack of subtlety. But because of its popularity overseas, Adult Swim, the original broadcaster who aired the show, they commissioned 2 additional seasons of the show more than a decade later. So I was really honored to be involved in that. And I got to, voice a chubby girl, and she has she's a very hardworking person, and it was nice to be able to, voice somebody who is a bit like me, as opposed to trying to fit into somebody else's skin, which is normally what you're doing as a voiceover actor.
So, what did you bring to your character? What in your experience helped you shape that character?
Well, it actually kind of taught me a few things about myself because Mosan and I are both very confident, chubby women. But I realized that the way I would sort of present myself was kind of fraught with insecurity. Just because I'd be making a joke and I'd be like, you know what I mean? And whereas the directors would be like, no, Mosan doesn't do that. And I'm like, well, if Mosan doesn't do it, then why do I do it? You know what I mean? But it was an interesting way of kind of looking at the way that I present myself because, I approached the character very similarly to me to begin with, and then to fine-tune it as we went along felt a little bit more like fine-tuning myself. So that was fun, or, formative, I guess, I don't know.
Fun and formative and self-actualizing, and yeah, I love that. I love that you can learn something from a character as well as bring yourself to them. So what's coming down the line for you? What are you excited to tell people about? What can you tell people about?
That's the question. Well, I just found out today that I wrote about 40 episodes of Gundam Seed, like a new dub, and I just got word that is being announced for a release in 2020. So, and it will have both the original Bandai dub as well as our new and updated dub. And the reason why we updated the dub on that is because we had the HD re-release, and I believe the ending was a bit different because the original ending was one thing, and then they released some OVAs after the fact. And I think the HD re-release has an edited amalgamation of, they just sort of added a couple new episodes on, and then edited parts of the original ending to make it all work together, So, but yeah, I'm really excited to have that come out. I just finished writing a new TV series, and I'm hoping that I'll get to talk about that soon. Anime. And I'm in Ghost Giant. That one just came out recently, and that's a really cute little VR game, and it kind of explores themes of depression and trying to understand how to navigate the world when you're not necessarily the best at advocating for yourself. So, but yeah, I voice like a little, what's the word, beatnik ginger cat, and she's like, oh yeah, and then I voice his little best friend Maurice, but yeah, I think I've heard a lot of good stuff about it. I really want to play it, and you know how real life is, but one day I will sit down and actually play it.
The more you work in games, the less you actually play games.
Yeah, well, it's strange because they say you do what you love and you'll never work a day in your life. But then, I had this experience with Gundam where it's I would be watching TV all day and then watching TV to unwind, and I would be like, what's happening? What is real world? Where do the lines of fiction and reality cross? So, so yeah, I think it's good that maybe we take some more time to, video games are great, but I feel much happier with my relationship with them now, even if it's a little more limited, just because you undervalue how much you need real life,
It's as much fun as it is, it's always good to just kind of take a break.
Yeah, exactly. And get outside and actually look at the sky.
Touch grass.
Yes, I know. Lately I've been, I struggle with depression and stuff, and I've been trying to, because I used to just sit inside and look at my phone and whatever, and now I'm I could just be on the pool and look at my phone. So I bought a bunch of floaties, and now I'm trying to get that good D action. You know what I mean? The vitamin D.
There is a wanting the D joke here, and I love it. Are you doing the phone in a plastic bag thing to keep it waterproof?
No, actually, I should do that. I try and make the pool time my reading time. I'm getting through Jeff Vandermeer novels right now. Yeah, so I'm into that. I got through Annihilation last year, and this year I'm going through Born. But yeah.
Okay, pool reading time sounds fantastic, and now you make me want to get a membership to the local pool and do that. So that is wonderful. Is there
the best life?
Yes. Is there anything you'd like to say to your fans?
Who are you? Hi. Thanks for paying attention. I'm doing my best. It's so strange to think that everyone pays attention. But yes, hi. If you want to do this, do it. You can do it. There we go. I inspired them.
Huzzah! +1 inspiration. Use that on your next roll.
Right, just clap. Inspiring.
Yes. Well, thank you so much for talking with me.
Thank you for listening to me.
Oh, I had fun with this. This was a blast.
Awesome. Well, I hope we see you next year.
Next year's Anime Expo. Let's do this one first.
Sure,
Let's get through this one
my
first.
God, yes.
And thank you for watching.